What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian Mai Show. So today we have Ghost from StillHawginTV here. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. And just letting everybody that knows that is a Ghost fan, because there's a lot of you out there. And if you guys don't think there's a lot of people that are Ghost fans, man, let me show you my guy's YouTube channel, man. He's killing it already, man. So, this is my guy's YouTube channel right here. Still Hogging TV, goes by Ghost and gives you a lot of information about trucking and just living life and just enjoying yourself. And so before all you Ghost haters start hating on the Asian Mai Show, Ghost allowed me to put up that thumbnail, okay? Okay. But for all you guys that are not subscribed, I'm letting you know right now. Ghost is a great guy, and he's built up his business a few times now. He's learned a lot of hard lessons, and he's doing it again. So we're gonna learn
Oh
about the
yeah,
situation
definitely.
and just let people know that you can really take some L's, but get some W's out of it too. So with that, I just want to let people know that we're really here at the end of the day to let people know what's up. And see, the thumbnail already got people. 51 people jumped in already. You know, so since I got people here right now, all right, because a ghost calls me a super duper clickbaiter, and he watched this maybe on Facebook. But if you guys didn't know, the other day I did a video, and I'm gonna let you guys watch the video real quick, and let you know what's happening after. And you tell me if I am a super duper clickbaiter, because Ghost
Yeah,
is
you
calling me
are.
out now.
I seen
You
it
know.
on TikTok and was like, damn. Then I was like, oh shit, shoot. I was like, oh man.
All right, so the video is just how to make $1,000 in trucking. That's all it is, man. So let's look at this real quick and see what it is. You know what I mean? And see what it do. Okay. Look at that. Look at that booty right there. That's all I gotta say. You know. So it's me moving around. Okay. Okay. So for people watching this, I'm just letting you know. Don't worry about it. The first video is actually of Jenna. Okay. This is Jenna's booty. All right. And then when she turns around, I just turn it to me. Okay. All right. All right. So for all you guys feeling a certain way about possibly thinking that you were thinking my booty was juicy, okay, it was not mine to begin with. So we'll put that at that. So, let's start the show and let's get into this, man. Let's jump into this real quick. Let's get it going.
What's up, mother truckers? You are now watching the Asian Mai Show live.
What's going on, mother truckers? So today we got a great video, and we're here with our guest Ghost from Still Hogging TV. And if you guys don't know, the man has a super duper YouTube channel, and he's helping people and giving them keys, not from what he's learning from Google, but what he's learned from his own wins and his own L's. Right. So I just want to show you guys first to showcase his channel right here. So tell people, Ghost. What is your channel about? I see 21,000 people are subscribed to you, so you must have some amazing things going on over here, brother.
Basically, my channel started out as just I started back. I think I dropped my first videos around 2014, and it was basically just to show my experience in this industry. Which if anybody that follows me knows, I was married back then. I went through a divorce. And I think my channel really started to gain attention was when I did Snyder's Choice Board. And I just
Mm.
did that to understand the industry more and understand what a load board was. So, I basically just jumped in it head first. And I mean, once I basically separated from Snyder, I ended up going and getting another truck. And that's when I just kept documenting my journey. And then I eventually activated my authority, and then that's when everything took off. That's when within a year's time, like I said, I made $2 million, and it was crazy.
Wow, wow, that's insane, bro. And let's talk about that real quick. I mean, so for the people that are watching this and watching this on the replay, a lot of people might think that this thumbnail or this title is clickbait. That the IRS overnight you lost your trucking company and it's gone. So
Hmm.
can you talk to people and just let them know and what happened? I mean, start from maybe the beginning of how many maybe trucks you had, or start from right there, and then let us know what was the story and what to watch out for.
Okay, so this is the deal. This is how it happened. Um, I had just started my authority in 2017. Well, I had like shelved it, and then it went active at the end of 2017. Well, somebody came to me and they were like, "Hey, I got a dude that could possibly help you, like, come up with your authority."
Mm,
So I end up driving to LA. Me and him, we actually sat down and talked. And he seemed like a cool dude. Like, he seemed like he'd been in the industry like, I think, for 12, 14, 15 years. And he had his own fleet. He had a fleet
mm,
of like, I would say like 80 trucks.
damn.
So I'm in his office, and me, at the time I only had two
Mm,
trucks, and
right.
I think I had one trailer. So I was like, well, I need to figure out something, how basically I just needed an extra trailer for my truck. I wasn't worried about nothing else. I just needed to just get an extra trailer and then get some loads, because I had a fresh authority. Everybody was telling me ain't nobody gonna work with you and blah blah blah, which I found out that was false. So I linked up with dude, and then I ran for him for like maybe a month. I would say the month of, because it went active in September. I
Mm,
linked up with him in the end of October. By December 1st, he had seen how I ran, and he seen how my other truck ran, and he was like, "You're like the highest paid owner op that I have right now." And he's like, "You really know this business and know how to like make money in it." So I was like, "Yeah, yeah," kind of like he was pumping my head up, and I was feeding into it. So then I ended up getting this contract with UPS where we were just doing like local UPS stuff for the holiday season. It was like a little holiday rush.
mm,
So I got that contract and I passed it to him. He put some of his trucks on it. I had my two trucks on it. We were making money.
mm,
Now, one of his owner ops came to me and pulled me to the side while we were doing this project. And he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Dude is cool, but you might want to watch out for him because he does shady business." And
ooh,
he's like, "Your best bet is to book your own freight." So the moment he said that, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna take heed to that, because clearly this dude knows him more than I do.
yeah. If he's
So
telling you, then he got snaked
yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah, he knows something was up. So
Right.
for me, I'm like still fresh with just having an authority and just having like multiple trucks and just
Yeah.
excited. I'm just, I seen the red flag and I just put it in my back pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, January for us is the slow season. That's when everything, starts to hit the fan. Well, this was like, I think the last week, it was like the week of Christmas. Dude called, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, come to my office. We got to sit down and talk." So then I was like, "All right, why not? Dude's been helping me, so let's
Yeah.
do it." So I sit down with him and he's just like, "Man, I'm in some trouble." And he's like, I got a conditional rating. At this time, I didn't know what none of that meant.
Right, right, right.
He
Can
was
you
like, "I
can you
got a
let people know what that means a little bit? Because for the watchers, we got like 112 people live right now. They might not know what that is.
like a conditional rating is basically, say if you get like a bunch of violations from FMCsa and they come in and do an audit,
Mm,
and your safety rating is going to be basically satisfactory, unsatisfactory, or conditional, or you'll have a non-rating.
mm,
Most of the time, your first 2 years of being in operation under your own authority, you probably ain't gonna you'll be a non-rated authority unless you do something crazy, which I'm gonna get into that.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, um, he'd been in business for like 10 plus years, so he had a straight conditional rating, which at the time I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it was, but I quickly found out. Cause like he was like, "Yeah, I got a conditional rating can we go into business together? Can you draw up a plan to where I can still move my trucks and we can still make money?
Yeah.
And he's like, how can we sit down and, you know, chop it up and figure something out? So I was like, give me like a day to sit on it and think about it. And then I'm going to come back to you with an idea. So a week passed. So then I met back up with him and I was like, here, I got a deal. I was like, I drew out, I like wrote up a little business thing. And I'm like, here's my business plan. You got 80 trucks. I got business credit. You got access to all these different lenders to get trailers. And I'm like, I got a little bit of money saved, so let's make something happen. I'm like, I need to set up a brokerage. We have your authority, we have my authority, and we can make something, you know, we can come together and make something.
Right.
I'm like, from the research I've done to add trucks on, this is what we'll need for the insurance and all this other stuff. So I was like, give me access to your trucks. Let me lease them onto my company. Then we can use the brokerage. We can go after these customers because I can set up this trailer pool and we can just start knocking stuff out. And he's like, you know what? He's like, I knew it was a good reason why we brought you onto the team and why we, you know, we were going to be doing business and being great business partners.
Right.
Whole time I'm just like, you know, just thinking like this dude's legit.
Yeah.
So he's like, January 1st, we'll make this happen. And he's like, all right, I had a factoring company at the time. And he's like, you know what? We'll link up with this factoring company because I know them. I've been doing business with them for a long time. This is what the dude told me. So
Right.
I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's do it. Since you know this business, you've been
you got
in
the
it long
connect.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the plug. So then it was just like, I'm basically like saying, okay, well, when it comes to certain things, I'm going to let you handle it. You let me handle this. And then he's like, you know what? I want you to be in the office with me. And I want you to come to be in the office. He's like, we'll put somebody in your truck. You'll be good. You can just work out of the office. I'll pay you a certain percentage to work here. Plus you can work your thing and work the brokerage. I was like, cool. Why not?
Hey, well,
you know?
hell yeah.
I'm like, I get to be home every night. I get to rub on booty. I'm straight. Like, so January was when all this basically started. January 2018. So we put all the plans in motion. We lined everything up. January hit. I think it was, what was it? It was January hit, and then we started lining it all up, and it all started to make sense. So we set everything up like the end of December. So then the brokerage was supposed to go active in February. I jumped off the truck and I started working hand in hand with him in the office. Got into his office, realized that it was a circus. Like his everything was just out of whack. So I got in there and I started, you know, getting driver files redone, the way he was moving his money. I just started moving stuff around to help his business.
Right.
Because I'm like, you got all these like loopholes, you got all these holes in your company. This is why drivers aren't getting paid. This is why paperwork is getting lost. And I'm like, it's a circus in here. We got to fix this.
What was the first sign, Ghost? Like that was like a circus in there. Like what did he not have done right so that people that are watching right now, they might be able to jump past this little, you know, hurdle?
When I walked in there, this man had like a stack of rate cons sitting on his desk for all his trucks. And he was confused. He was like, damn, I don't remember who was going where, what was going where, this was going here. And I was just sitting there scratching my head like, damn, I'm happy I don't got your problems. And he started laughing. And he's like, well, we got to fix this. So we all, everybody in the office, I was like, look, we all going to have a meeting. We're going to have to assign people to do this, assign people to do that. And we just started basically sitting down with the staff that were in there. Like they had like a kid working. I don't even know if he was even old enough to work, but he was helping dispatch. And it was just like, God damn, this shit is a clusterfuck. I mean, a cluster, you know.
That's all good. But, you know, you think about it, right? And you're like, this guy got 80 trucks. You know, you got 2 trucks and he got 80 trucks. So, you know, you're believing him. And I think that happens sometimes. We get caught up in the trap where we see these guys and they got Lambos, they got nice houses, women, all these things. And we thinking to ourselves, Ghost, like, they know what they doing, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Like, I think this is what got me and just had me just stuck. We went out. I went out with him one time and we went to the strip club.
Right.
And it was just like, this is what really made me just be like, I want a big ass fleet. We go to strip club. Dude took like, it was like $2,000 in ones and just set it in my lap and was just like, have fun with it, go. And I'm just sitting
Hey,
up there like, this shit
this is
crazy.
cool. This is
I was like,
cool.
this is cool. If this is what owning big ass fleets is about, I want in.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, we got bottle service. He had women coming to us, just strippers everywhere. It was just, oh man, it was a movie.
Oh
And
man.
I was like, this is definitely where I need to be and what I want. This is my life right here.
So you know what he did to you. Now you know what he did to you.
Yeah,
He was trying to get you. He knew that he needed your credit. He needed you. So he was like, I'm gonna get this dude real good. I'm gonna show him a great time, right?
yeah. Man showed me a great time. I was enjoying myself. I was just lit, and I had fun. I had to Uber to my house. It was bad,
Oh
but it
man,
was
man.
fun though, because me being young, and it's just like,
Right,
damn, I'm what at the time I was 28,
right.
28-year-old, just living a life of
A baller,
like
bro.
yeah, this baller life. Like this man's balling, and the way he was, he didn't even carry himself like that until he partied. That was
Mm,
his thing. He wasn't really about material things. He was
mhm.
about living life and partying. And I was
Man,
just like, damn, that's the
yeah.
life right
You're
here.
like, forget 2 trucks. I need 78 more.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to be where he at.
I
And then it
know,
was
I
just
know.
like it was cool, like just being in that just environment. I was happy. I was like, I'm young,
Yep.
dumb, and
Yeah,
full of
yeah, I feel
cum,
it.
and
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
ready to
hey, you
live
doing?
life.
You ready? Hey, you ready? And that's what that comes out to. One the subscriber said, "Yep, the honey pot." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah, like
exactly.
I was living life, like
Living
really
life,
living
man.
life. And then
And
February hit, and that's when everything really kicked off because we had like this is my biggest thing was in January. I really didn't pay attention to how he was setting up stuff because he told
mm,
me one thing, and I'm thinking that that's what it is. Because
right,
this man's got 80 trucks, so he must know what he's doing.
right.
So then it's like, I had emails, I had passwords where I could get in and look at stuff and I could do this and I could do that. So when February hit, everything had went good for January for the slow season because we had UPS, we had Amazon. I was working on FedEx to get FedEx established, and we were all just setting all this up in the office.
Wow.
So February hit, I went on a Super Bowl cruise and I sent one of my trucks to Florida, and then I sent another one of my trucks, I think was just doing Amazon stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm just, I'm living life. I'm on a cruise ship enjoying myself. My business partner, he was like, don't worry about it. He's like, enjoy yourself, have fun. Here's an
Mm.
extra 2 G's to enjoy to
Oh,
really
he gave
have
you
fun
extra.
on
He
this
gave
cruise.
you extra
Yeah,
money.
like he was giving me money. He was like, he gave me this bread and was just like, enjoy yourself. You deserve it because all the stuff I had helped him line up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was just like I was cool. Like, I figure, we doing big business. I ain't got nothing to worry about. He got me, I got him. We good. So then February hit, we hit the Super Bowl cruise. After that, it was like we were gonna blow full steam ahead with what we were doing.
Right.
So we had this it was a Procter and Gamble account we were going after, and they needed 10 trailers dropped. So I ordered 10 trailers with my credit, and basically they brought the trailers in. We
Yeah.
were going to pick them up from Fontana, and then we were dropping them in Oxnard. So, we locked that account down. We locked this Albertsons account down
Oh,
that
you
was
guys are
going,
moving,
yeah, like
man.
we started really making moves, and it was all coming under my company. And
Wow.
his company, it was there, but we started really moving all the trucks through my company because we had a lease agreement. I got the insurance to add
Right.
owner ops on. Like it was cool. I was taking my percentage of whatever he was making, and he was making his bread.
Mm,
And then
man.
the factoring company, we had my side of the business, I had the brokerage, and we had his company. I don't really know too much about what his company was doing. I just knew what my company and the brokerage had coming in because I'm just like, cool.
No, I
So
feel you. No, real quick, just to stop you real quick, for the 220 people are in here, I want to give some shine to you, Ghost. So for all the people that are jumping on right now, I just want to let you know that we are here with our special guest, Ghost. He runs a great trucking business. He's been in business. He's failed a few times. He's winning again. He's lost. He's won. He's doing all these things. And I just want to show you guys that he does have a YouTube channel as well, where he's going over things that he's learned in his own experience. So that's something that I want to show you guys real quick. And it's called StillHawginTV. So just make sure, people, that if you get an opportunity and you're liking what's Ghost telling you, then he has a great channel. He's just showing you a lot of amazing thing on his YouTube channel, and he actually has 21,000 subscribers. So he's in the game. He's telling people from his own experience. And if you're watching this right now as well, and you're jumping in and a little bit confused about timestamps, basically what's going on is at the time, Ghost had about, what was it, 2 trucks and 1 trailer?
yeah,
Right.
2 trucks and 1 trailer.
And then you got hooked up with the guy that had over 80 trucks. And the guy that had 80 trucks, he actually came to you and was like, and you guys built a little friendship. And he came to you and said, hey, I have a little problem. Basically, his company, safety score, it wasn't doing well. It was unsatisfactory, right? And so he kind of needed a way to run his 80 trucks. And from there, my man Ghost put together a game plan how they could work together with his trucks and with Ghost's credit and credibility. And this is where they are now. So for people that are watching, that's where we're at. And of course, the guy got you good, man. Giving you 2,000 for the strip club, giving you 2,000 to go on a cruise. So go on further, brother. So right now, people are caught up.
Yeah. So basically, February hit, and it was just like, everything was good. Everything was going as planned. Literally, my company went from making, I would say, we were doing about, on average, probably like 40 grand a month. Like 40 grand a month.
That's cool.
In February, that was when everything really like hit. We went from 40 grand to, I think we did like 130K in a month.
Whoa.
Like we were moving freight like crazy.
That's
and it
crazy.
was just like, yeah, it was nuts. Like we went from it was nuts just seeing them numbers. And it was like the cold part about it was like what I was putting into my pocket was just retarded. So it was just like basically we went from there to there and everything was good. And then March hit. March, I had just got the FedEx account. And then they were basically giving me all the info that I needed to do to basically get how many trailers I needed to drop, because I used the brokerage to get the account and put the bid in. And then they needed, I think it was like 6 trailers at the time. So once again, I had ordered some trailers. They were getting ready to get dropped. So they were about to get dropped there. And then one of my trucks, the driver calls me. He was in Nevada. And he goes, I got put out of service today. Which, it happens. You go through inspections and you get put out of service. I was like, damn.
Let me guess what it is. A tire pop, right?
Nah. Nah, he got busted for having marijuana on him.
What?
Yeah, this was in March. He got hit for having marijuana. And they shut him down for, I want to say they shut him down for 10 hours. So I was just like, damn. Like I had never dealt with somebody getting busted with weed because I didn't think he smoked. And that kind of opened Pandora's box. So it was just like I went to my business partner because he had been in the game like longer than me. So I told him, I said, hey, one of my trucks just got hit for a narcotic. So he was like, well, send me the little thing and I'll look at it. So then I gave it to him and he's like, oh damn. He's like, I ain't never had a truck get hit for this before. He was like, he was like, as bad as my rating was, he's like, my stuff was just for like, EOD violations and
Yeah.
log falsifications and stuff like that. He's like, this right here. He's like, he was like, we gotta pass this to the attorney and see what they gonna say about it. Cause he's like, they might audit you and
Right.
basically come to your house. Who knows though?
Wow. Wait up.
We
Wait up.
don't
So
know.
wait up. When they put this trucker out of service, was it just like a bag? We talking like a bag
It was
of
a bunch
green
of
or like
roaches. Nah, it was some roaches.
that's it?
Yeah, it was just some roaches. And it was just like, why would you have that on the truck? Like, and then I think what it was, he lied about it. Because he told the
Ah.
cop that he didn't have it. They said they smelt it. He was
Right.
like, well, check the truck then. As soon as they did that, they found it. And then it was just like, oh, you a damn lie.
Wow. So it wasn't even like 30 peas in the back. None of that. It was just straight
Nah.
like the dude just smoking some green and then thought it was
Yeah.
cool just to have a roach on him.
Yeah, just a bunch of roaches. And that's what the
Wow.
cop had wrote on the ticket. Which I'm thinking like, okay, this shit sucks. Like my bad.
Dang. No,
I'm
it's
just
good.
like, well, what's gonna happen? Because I didn't understand. So
Right.
then it came time, it went to my insurance. Well, my insurance caught it. They caught the driver and they were just like, this driver is not on the policy.
Mm.
And that was the first red flag.
Wait, whoa. Wait. You my boy, Ghost, but let's talk about this real quick. All right, I'm not busting you out in front of we got like 209, 300 people on here. But what you
Yeah.
mean he was not on your
Yeah.
policy? Can you explain this to me, please?
This is what happened. The dude was maybe 2 months from hitting his 2-year mark.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? And he like pled to me like, please, can I get a job? Please, can I get a job? I just need to
Right.
make some bread.
Right.
At first, I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, nah, I want to be like, by the book.
Right.
But like I said, it was just
You
like
feel bad for him, huh? You
I
feel bad
felt
for him.
bad. I felt bad, and I'm like, that's only what, 8 weeks. I'm
What's
like,
gonna
what
happen
can
in
8
8 weeks?
do?
Dude.
I was like, it's just 8 weeks, mind you. So I was just like, you know what, cool, let's do it. And yeah, he was 2 months from hitting his 2-year mark.
Dang.
And my insurance, they were like, what the hell?
Right.
They're like, and then that's when I found out I could have actually added him.
At that moment?
I could have added him at that moment.
Wait up. That's a big power tip. Wait up. So say this. So if I got a driver and he's not on my policy, as soon as he calls you and chirps, it's like, yo, I'm in trouble. You could just add him like that day?
No, like his experience level. Because the insurance I had at the time, you only needed a year experience. If you
Oh, Ghost probably just got a phone call. Did you get a phone call, Ghost?
Ah, damn, hold on.
Jump back in. Here, let me kick you out. Jump back in. Oh my God. If you guys are here right now, thank you for the 300 people that are on this live right now. Ghost StillHawginTV is here today, and he's talking about how he lost $2 million from the IRS and teaching us some keys on how not to do this. So I was doing a little explaining to the 300 people that are in here, wanting to know what was going on with you. And so, explain this. Wait up. So you didn't even know that you could have put him on your policy at the time. You would have done it already if you would have known, right?
Yeah, if I would have known, because like I said, I was going off of what everybody else was saying. You needed 2 years of experience,
Right.
And that's what I thought my insurance. That's what one person said that the insurance company, they needed 2 years, but the actual owner, the main person, said, nah, you just need 1 year. If they have less than a year, they got to be with somebody with at least 5 years experience or more.
Right.
So they had like a weird clause, and I never knew that because I was going off of what they had told me. So then my insurance dude, he was like, bruh, he's like, on top of the fact he didn't have insurance, well, he wasn't on the policy, and then the fact that he was like, I could have skated past that. He could have been like, we could have slipped him under the rug and still got him on, and everything would have been cool. But he was like, the fact that dude got busted with dope, He's like,
Oh,
he just burned the spot. So he was just like, I don't know what the insurance is gonna do. They might cancel you. I don't know. We gonna see.
dude, real quick,
So
what were you feeling at this moment, bro? Like
man,
my feet are sweating now, man, just thinking about this.
like at the time when it happened, I was just like, damn, I just set all this stuff up with dude,
Right.
and we got a good thing going on. And I'm like, man, I didn't fucked it up. I mean, oh,
Oh
my bad.
man.
I didn't
You
messed
good?
it up.
Yeah, you
So
good,
I'm
man.
just
Hey.
like, damn, I didn't burn the spot. Like I didn't got us basically. I'm about to just mess up everything. So
Yeah.
then, thank God the insurance told me that they cool, they ain't gonna trip, but
Right.
they're not gonna renew me in. I think my insurance was up in September.
Mm.
They were like, oh no, it was up in August. So they were like, we're just not gonna renew you. And I said, I don't care anyway.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it is. It's only
Right.
rated for the 11 West.
Right.
So I'm not tripping. So then there's another catch to this too. Because there was more stuff that I was doing that, it could have ended horribly, but it didn't.
Okay, yeah, tell me because some guys are actually probably taking notes right now. Like, yo, I just got caught up yesterday, and I'm about to tell the boss of this, or I am the boss. What do I do?
Yeah, so it was like I gained the account for FedEx, and
Uh-huh.
I had three different lanes. I had one going from Bloomington, California to Ocala, Florida. Then
Mm.
I got Bloomington to Richmond, Virginia, and then I had a Bloomington to Miami. So I had three different runs where we just had to drop trailers, and then they get them loaded. We dropped them on Sat between Friday and Sunday. They had them loaded and then ready to go by Tuesday.
Mm.
So that was the deal. So I basically had all that set up to drop it, and it was all going through the brokerage.
Right.
Now, when it came to, I don't advise this for anybody to do this. This is just stuff that I was doing, and I just did it because desperate times, desperate measures. You're trying to keep an account
Okay, what'd you
and
do,
just
man? I gotta
hope
hear
for the
this.
best.
What
So,
did you do, bro?
so I put two of my trucks on the Bloomington to Ocala
Uh,
/ Miami.
right,
And mind you, remember what I said earlier about my insurance?
right,
It
right.
was only rated for the 11 Western.
Oh, oh
So
man.
my biggest thing, I'm just looking at the account and what it was
Right.
paying. So
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
like,
want. Hey, you don't want to lose that account. You don't.
yeah,
Hey, for all you mother truckers watching this right now, if you got a dedicated account and you say no one time, that's enough to
that's
get
it.
exited. Done.
Yeah, that's it. They
That's
will
done.
86 you in a heartbeat.
A
So I'm
heartbeat.
like, I'm trying to keep the account. And I'm like, that's when I realized my brokerage had contingency insurance.
Mm.
So I'm like, if anything happens, I'm gonna throw it all on the brokerage. Cause I'm like, I'm good.
Wait, no,
So
don't tell me something actually happened.
yeah, it did.
What? What is your luck, dude? Oh my
It
god.
did happen.
What
It
happened?
happened. And that's when I'm gonna get to the part about the feds and everything else with what happened.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
so I'm just like, that it's like there's two sides of my brain. There's the business side, then there's the hustler side.
Hey, I
The
feel
damn
it.
hustler side was just like,
Messing you up.
yeah, it was just like, don't lose it. The business side was like, okay, we got to go by the book. It's like the little angel. It was
Right,
like, we got
right.
to go by the book. We got to do this. We got to do that. The hustler side is that damn devil.
Hey, he said
He
nope.
was like, money. He was like, get it however you live and just get it by any means.
Yeah.
So I started sending my trucks across the country. No, the insurance only covered the 11 Western, but they were clearly going past I-35.
Oh yeah.
And it was just, everything was cool. Everything was
Yeah.
cool. Everything was working. It was just, everything was copacetic. So what do you call it? I started having issues because, like I said, we were still making really, really, really good money.
Right.
So everybody's making good money. Everybody's eating. I'm taking trips to places. I'm
Right.
doing this. I'm doing that. I'm living my best life. Me and my ex
Yeah.
fiance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Hey, I'm sorry to say, but if you don't mind, we gotta talk about your ex fiance when everything went down. We ain't trying to bust her out, but we got to talk about that. you know?
Yeah. That. Oh man, that was crazy too.
Oh man,
So
man. Okay. So what happened? So wait up. So everything was running smooth, even though you're only supposed to stay in like the Midwest. And then what happened? You got another phone call? Another tire pop?
yep. Everything was was what it was. We were making good money, and then
Yeah.
I started noticing that I had put people on to do too. Like I
Mm,
had put on my homies, and I had put people. I just started bringing people in so we all
yeah.
could eat.
I
Cause
love
I
that.
found a door, so I was like, I'm gonna bring everybody in on this so we all can eat.
I
Then
love
I
that.
started putting them on, and I was like, hey, just know I told them the same thing the owner op told me. Just book your own freight. That's the best way I'm gonna put it.
Mm,
Because when I was working in his office, that was when I started noticing just stuff. Like I'm doing paperwork, I'm looking at like the accounting and everything else, and I'm like, I looked at the load that I ran from uh when was it? The Super Bowl weekend, the load that went to Florida. He
mm-hmm.
told me the load paid one thing. When I looked at the notes, I was just like, wait a minute, this load was paying a whole lot more than what you paid me.
And you know, to talk about this now, and I said this before, you know, these companies, even when they tell their driver, right? And I'm not saying it's
Mm-hmm.
you, but I'm just saying these drivers, if they say they're paying 80% and the broker only gets 20, you know damn well that if they were able to squeeze a little bit more money, they're going to pay that driver on that cheaper rate and then keep that extra money. I seen it happen
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I seen that, and mind you, this was like in March when all this happened, when I started just noticing things. I
Mm,
seen that and I got hot. I got instantly hot. And I was just like, we always had meetings, like we had like little lunchings. So we
mm,
had this lunching, and I brought all my paperwork and all my information to him. And I was like, bruh, I was like, look, you can screw everybody else over. You can
yeah,
do this, you can do that to all of them, but why would you do that to me? So when
exactly.
he was like, what do you mean? So then when I showed him, and I'm like, bruh, that load that I ran from here or ran from there, you told me it paid this, but
Mm,
the paperwork that I'm looking at is paying this. And I'm like, look, you can screw over everybody else, but
right.
I'm supposed to be your right hand man. Like I'm supposed to be the other half of the brain of this operation, and you cutting into my cut too.
What he say? I mean, was his eyes just like a reindeer, just in the lights, or what
Yeah,
did
he
he
was
say?
just like he's like, well, I gotta feed other people too that are in on this as well.
Wow, wow. He
And
went
I'm
that
just sitting
route.
up there like, what do you mean by that? And he just was like, it's just business at the end of the day. I gotta feed other people too. He's like, it's not only my hands in these pots, it's other people's hands too. So
What? What?
everybody can eat.
What? So this dude involved with the mafia? What's going on, man?
It's more to it. It's way more because I didn't understand that either. I was like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, there's other hands in the pot that that's my business that I had to set up and I had to do when it came to those loads. He had his own set of people that he dealt with. So
Damn.
and they came into play. They came into play right after, like during the next year was when everything hit the fan.
Yeah, yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it.
So basically once that happened, it was just like I started looking at him different. I started looking at him with a side eye. So then
Yeah.
I started letting my people that I brought on to him know, like, hey, dude is this way, dude is that way. It might be time for us to start doing our own thing and
Mm,
start branching off and trying to
mm,
distance ourselves from him because there's more to this than we truly understand. So
mm,
then my right hand man that, I put onto this industry, I basically took him under my wing because he was kind of going through the same thing that I went through, where you go through a divorce, you lose everything,
right.
and you need somebody to help you out. So I gave him basically that crutch that he needed. And I started telling him, look, this needs to happen, that needs to happen, that needs to happen. And I'm like, watch out for this, and this. Well, he had I hooked him up with dude basically around Christmas time. And dude, he gave him a truck and told him, look, here's a truck, do what you need to do with it to make your money. So then it was just like he started noticing how dude was too. So
Mm.
he started like moving different when it came to dealing with him. He started booking his own freight, doing this, doing that. Then him and dude got into it. They had words. So then dude took the truck from him. When he took the
No.
truck from him, yeah, like it was, he left the truck basically just in a horrible condition. So then it
Damn.
was like right after that, instead of like since the dude did business with me, he was like, since I can't tax your boy, I'm gonna tax you because you brought your boy to me. So he ended up taxing me, and this was during the time we were doing the UPS stuff. I mean the FedEx stuff,
How much did he tax you, bro?
like $3,500. But
Damn.
it was like he taxed me that, and I taxed my boy because I'm like, I'm not about to fit that bill.
Hell no.
So yeah, so then my boy held a grudge, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a dry down there, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that." And I was like, "Man, just chill out, relax, because I'm still doing business with this dude. Like
Right.
I'm heavy in business with this dude.
Right.
So I'm like, you can't be doing that, because then it's gonna fall back on me." And he was like, all right, whatever, whatever." And he just started like acting real funny towards me.
Mm.
Like it was just, you kind of see like the envy was there, and it was just like, you don't need to be envious, because wherever I eat, you gonna eat from it too. And I'm like, since you out on the East Coast, I'm trying to hook up with something to where I can do the same thing that I did with dude. Now that I'm almost on his level, not with 80 trucks, but the amount of income I have coming in,
Right. Right.
that I
Right.
can make some magic over on your side. I can drop trailers over there. We can start setting up stuff on the East and kind of connect it to the West and make something, work.
So at this
And he
time,
was,
though, how much money did you have saved up, bro? At that time,
I think at that time I had about, damn, I would say close to like 300K.
cash, like in the
Like,
bank.
yeah, like we were making some stupid money, like
Dang.
retarded money. That's why I say, like, I was really living my best life. Like the shit was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then it was just like, he just, my homeboy he just started acting and moving weird. He got his authority going, and it was kind of like, he just started moving real different.
Mm.
So then I had him as kind of like my muscle when it came to dealing with a set of drivers I had, and with this situation with this FedEx account, because we kind of both got it, and we were basically just spearheading it ourselves. Then he branched off, had his authority, was doing his own thing. So then we branched off, and we kind of were doing separate things. I still was running FedEx, still was doing my stuff with dude, and
Right.
everything was cool. And it was just like when it came to something happened where my I just call him my ex best friend. He got mad one day and was like, "I'm gonna turn him in. I'm gonna turn dude in to FMCsa." And I was like, "You don't want to do that, because then it's gonna mess me up."
Right. Right. You heavy with
Cause
him.
because I'm like, I'm literally knee deep with this guy in business. And he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna turn him in. I just can't. This has been on my conscience. Like, I just got to get it off. I'm gonna turn him in. I'm gonna turn him in." And I was like, "Man, don't even do that, because it's gonna mess me up." And I'm like, and plus that's snitching. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, but look at dude's track record. He has a record for this, a record for that." And I'm like, "Oh well, everybody's got a past." I was like, "I don't mean nothing." I was like, plus you made your money back." He's like, "But it's the principle of it." And I'm just like, "All right, whatever." I didn't really think nothing of it. So then it was like, I went to Mexico, and oh no, July hit, and I got an email from FMCsa telling me that they were going to audit me for the marijuana incident that happened in March. So I was like, all right, you know what? I was like, I don't really know what to expect, but hey, it is what it is. Let's do
Mm.
it. So my audit came, and they tore me a new ass. And he told me, he's like, if I have to come back, he's like, it's not gonna be pretty. So he's like, let's make sure, your drivers are drug free. Let's make sure everything you're doing is by the book, and then you'll be cool. Because before they came, I had talked to my business partner, we'll just call him Dude, talk to Dude. He was just like,
Right.
hey, he's like, you should be fine. He's like, these are normal for situations like that. I talked to my attorney, he said you should be good. And I'm like, all right, cool. I just want to make sure you know what to expect. And he's like, yeah, you should skate out that with no issues, which he was right. Everything was cool. I mean, they came in, they looked at my paperwork. Only thing they really got me for was my drug consortment, because I didn't do something where I had a driver that basically did the drug consortium, and he started driving before the results came back.
Mm.
So that was really the only thing they told me, just tighten up on that. And if you don't have somebody to clean it up, because I had old drivers on my consortment. So I cleaned that up and I was like, cool. This was, I want to say that was in July that happened, or August. So then 2 weeks later from that situation, my ex-best friend got into it with my team that was on this FedEx account. He got into it with him. I thought they were going to fighting because they were exchanging words. They called me at like
2 o'clock in the morning.
it was like 2 in the morning arguing with each other. And I'm like, are y'all serious? Y'all really arguing about this? Like, I was like, if y'all gonna catch a fade, go catch a fade. Like, I don't want to hear this. Like, if it's not the truck breaking down or something like that, I don't want to hear it. It's y'all
Right.
fighting. Y'all both need to man up or figure something out. So I get off the phone the next morning. I'm just like, I call the driver that was driving that night to make sure, you know, they were ready for their pickup. So, and they were going to have an on-time pickup and everything else.
Mm.
So I called him and he didn't answer. So then I called the co-driver. She answers. And she's just like, she was kind of like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm driving. And I'm just sitting there, you know, just shooting the shit with her, thinking that, you know,
Right.
everything's copacetic. They going to make an on-time delivery. And she's just like, no, I'm going to be a little late. And I was like, oh, okay, why? What's going on? I was like, why didn't nobody tell me that, you know, y'all were going to be late? And I'm like, where's the driver at? And she was just like, about that. And I was like, what you mean about that? Like, what's going on? She was like, he's in jail. And I was
What
like,
happened?
I was like, what you mean he's in jail? What's going on?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, he went past, you know, the agricultural centers in Florida.
Yeah, he passed it up instead of going in it.
Yeah, he passed it up because he had a reefer.
Right,
Because
right.
they were taking reefers with FedEx freight in it, and then they were bringing seafood or something back. So what he learned is if you have a reefer, whether it's on, whether it's off, you gotta pull in the ag centers. So he decided to run it because, you know, he got the green light, and it doesn't matter if you have a reefer, you gotta pull in. So he runs it. Cop pulls him over. Cop's like, I smell weed.
Wait, and this is a different driver here.
Yeah, it's a different driver.
Wait,
Different
so
situation.
okay, dude. So for the 480 people watching this live right now, we're here with Ghost today, StillHawginTV. You know, and I just want to show your channel real quick to the people that might not know who you are, brother. But you have a beautiful channel right here, StillHawginTV, over 21,000 subscribers, talking about life, talking about trucking, talking about building a business. Now, for the people that are jumping on this right now that might not know, basically he had about 2 trucks and a trailer, and he hooked up with dude that had 80 trucks. But the trucks, the dude had a problem, unsatisfactory score, FMCsa problems, so they connected. So that's where we're at now. And then one of his drivers called and got pulled over, and they found a roach, some green in it, just a couple pieces of weed pieces, and the auditing started happening with your company. And now this is another story of a team driver, and that's what we're listening now. So 2 weed problems.
2 weed problems. So, and this is the cold part about this one. He basically got arrested for having weed. I guess he had way more than a roach on him. So he got arrested. They took him to jail. And then it was just like, you know, I didn't know nothing about this. When I called her, she was just like, well, And I told her, why didn't nobody call me when this happened? Like, and then it happened 2 hours before I called. And I'm just like, what the hell? Why wasn't I notified? Like, what's going on? Like, damn. And mind you, this was 2 weeks after I had finished my audit for the first weed incident.
Wow.
And it was kind of the same situation where it was like, remember with my insurance.
Dude, you know, shoot, that is crazy. And and for people not to know, if you haven't been watching this, the people that are on now, when this happened, say what happened to your insurance and what you were doing, real quick. Just a quick recap.
All right, basically my insurance, they weren't gonna renew it because the first weed incident, I got popped for. The guy, he got popped in March, and his 2-year mark would have been in May. So I basically was floating him for the 2 months without being on my insurance because I figured, just don't hit shit. That's what I told him. And he got popped with weed, and that basically notified my insurance that this driver was on my policy, or he was driving the truck and wasn't on my policy. And then it was like he could have skated past it because of my insurance, but the fact that he got caught with weed, it was just like it was a lot. It
Dang.
basically just completely burned the whole situation up.
And so when you had problems with your insurance and he was only able to go 11 West, what were you starting to do?
I was still going to Florida.
So this guy gets popped in Florida. So what happens now? And thanks for the $10 super chat. Regulated Freight Lines. I'm sure you donated. Say what's up, or you want to promote your company. Then I'm gonna keep this up for a little bit just to promote it. So I appreciate you. So what happened next, brother?
All right, so he got busted and all that happened. And mind you, this guy, it was kind of like the same situation. He was 1 month from being able to be added onto my insurance, but I actually had added him onto the insurance. So he was on there for a good month, and then boom, he basically, got busted with the weed. So, whenever you're added to somebody's insurance, they be running like I don't know if it's different for other drivers, but in California, they have that it's called that pool notice. So you have the pool notice, and the insurance, they pull the pool notice whenever you get in, like, how you got drivers, they get speeding tickets and stuff like that. And they always wonder how the company finds out is because you're in a pool notice. So every 30 days, they pull this pool notice on your MVR. And anything that's on there will pop up. So if you try to hide a speeding ticket or anything else with these companies, that pool notice, all I gotta do is just go to the pool notice to find out if you did anything. So you can't really hide from anything you do. So he was on my insurance for a month, but in my contract, it stated if you get busted with weed and all that, you are terminated instantly. So, I had to terminate him and terminate the co-driver because of the whole situation. Because she knew he was smoking. Like, she knew he was smoking, and then she tried to turn around and say that she didn't know, and it was like, you knew, so y'all both got to go because, I can't deal with that. So I had to get rid of them. So then 30 days later, my insurance comes to me like, well, this driver got busted for weed in Florida. So I sent them the termination notice. And mind you, my insurance was also canceling at the time, so I had to get new insurance anyway. So they were like, well, the fact that we're not really caring about the driver having the weed because he got terminated. We're mad at the fact that you were running from Cali to Florida, and we're only rated for basically the 11 Western.
Yeah.
So then they were just like, well, we're going to cancel the policy anyway. And I was just sitting there, I don't give a damn because I got new insurance coming up that's for all 48 states. So it was just like, I didn't care because it was like, I'm going to skate past it.
Right.
Because I've already made my money. So, get in and get out.
Yeah,
so,
hell yeah.
I didn't really care too much about it. And then I started bringing on owner ops, like for myself. So it was like I hired one owner op, and he was cool. And this was like, I think in October was when I hired him. So then from October to December, I had hired like 3 more guys. And then, everything was like copacetic, just your everyday issues with having a trucking company was going on. But something kept telling me, like, you know how you get like the hair on the back of your neck starts raising up, like something is going to happen.
What
Like
happened, man?
something is up, something weird is about to happen. So I forgot what it was, but something happened, I think in January. And my owner op, one of my owner ops got put out of service like twice in the same week. And the first time he got put out was because of a light. Then the second time he got put out was because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt and he got pulled over. And then when he got pulled over, he falsified his logs because in Arizona, when you first come into Arizona and when you're on the 10, they got these license plate readers. So it reads from when you first enter the state, and then when you pass the other reader, it tags basically your MC number, your license plate, and everything else.
Right.
So I guess he woke up and he decided to, come back to Cali. He didn't have on a seatbelt, got pulled over. So then when the cop looked at his logs, he was just like, oh, okay, everything matched.
Right.
But then the cop ran his license plate in their system.
Did not
And come
match.
to find, yeah, it didn't match. So then he came back to him and he was like, something's going on.
Right.
Oh no, wait, you know what? I missed part of this whole story. I did, because I got put out of service too.
Oh, wait up! You did look. People are
In
here.
Florida. Yeah.
Before we get into this story, one person did say something funny. They said, "Hey guys, this is the way you don't run a trucking company." So no hate on you, Ghost.
Hey,
But
for real. I'm telling you, this is not how you're supposed to run a trucking company. If you
we
can
just
run
want
it by
to
the book, run it by the book.
hey, that's what's up. Tony Smith, thanks for the super chat. It says, some win, some lose, but you live to fight another day. He shared the ups and now he's sharing the down. You can't do anything but respect him for that. And so we got 600 people on this live right now. Let's
God damn.
hey, it's not I'm gonna be 1,000%. You know how many people usually watch my live? My mama, my grandma, my neighbor. That's 3 people, bro. So that's usually who jump on my live. So today they're here for you, brother. And because of that, I want to highlight your channel as well, and give you some shine. I hear a little bit echoing on my side. Am I echoing on your side?
Nah, you're not.
Okay, good. As long as I'm not echoing on your side, then I'm legit. Let me see. But let's jump into this real quick. So give people a quick recap for the 600 people in less than 30 seconds of how you started and where we're at right now in this story.
Basically, how I started was, I went through the whole process of becoming an owner op. I started with UPS. I had 2 trucks there. California basically changed their emission laws, and I ended up having to sell them because I didn't have car compliant trucks. Did Snyder's Choice board because I wanted to run load boards and do stuff like that, but I didn't understand how to do it. So I jumped on Choice, and that's when I really started documenting my story of trucking was with them. With Choice. Had fun on Choice, made good money, went through a divorce, sold the truck, gave the truck back, and then I worked company with UPS as a company driver for like 6 months, stacked my bread up, went to auction, bought 1 truck, tried leasing it on. Oh, I didn't talk about that. Tried leasing it on with an authority that me and my ex-wife had ran. That went completely south, and it was a big old situation with it. So I ended up leasing it on with Interstate, ran with Interstate until September of 2017 when they got bought out by Heartland. And that's when I just pulled the trigger on basically running under my own authority for myself with nobody else at it. Yeah, legitly.
Hey,
then
that's
I
what's
ended
up.
up meeting somebody with 80 trucks that needed help. And we sat down, we came up with a business deal. Dude showed me basically the lavish side of trucking. I fell in love with it. I wanted it, and I went on a roller coaster ride from hell.
No, I heard that. And so right here, $2 we got from Chef Solid Real World Education from Hard Knocks there. That's what's up, man. That's the truth right there. And so now we're here, people want to hear this story. So tell us now. Let's fast forward just a little bit. Where are we at now? At this point, it seems like you've been going through a whirlwind. You got one of your drivers caught with weed, another driver caught with weed. We got insurance problems running under your not running on your under your policy correctly. You get shut down. What happened with you, man? You're Ghost, man. You're the legend. How the hell you get shut down, man? What's going on?
I got shut down because my driver didn't do his logs when we were teaming. So the cop told me that he's shutting me down because he didn't do his logs. And I'm like,
Wait,
what
they
the
could do
hell?
that?
That's what I said. It was in Florida. A lot of my issues came from Florida. So I didn't know they could do it either. But I didn't care. I was like, all right, whatever. I got bigger issues on my authority than, a log situation. So it was just like I got shut down for that. But going back to my owner op, because January of 2019 was when everything started to crumble. And that's when everything started to implode. And no, actually after the FedEx situation, because I lost the FedEx account because of the weed situation. Because anytime you got a contract like that, and yeah, they do not play when it comes to any type of narcotics running through FedEx with FedEx's name on it, because then they gonna think you running drugs, and that is it was bad. So from that situation, everything it kind of opened up the eyes of the wrong people with FMCsa. Because mind you, the dude had told me like he better not have to come back. So they were coming back. February, I got an email from FMCsa saying that they were gonna come audit me again because of this situation, and then they got a tip from somebody that I was smuggling drugs through my company.
Wow. So it started with the roach?
Yeah, it started with a roach. So then it started with this tip that they got. And then I got a phone call from this DEA agent. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm Officer so-and-so. We need to speak with you. So I was just like, okay. So I went down to where their office was and they pulled me in there. And that's when, they kind of questioned me about the situations. They asked me what's going on with my trucking company and if I got stuff going on with it and all. I was like, nah, I don't. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't do none of that. It was just, some mistakes my drivers had made. And they were like, oh, okay. They're like, all right. And I didn't think nothing of it. I left and went about my day. So February hit. My dad ended up passing away, and
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It was just
honestly,
like,
man.
oh yeah, thanks. That happened. So then I was just like, damn, I was all down and depressed. Then my insurance sent me a letter telling me that they were going to cancel me. And I was like, why? I just got this insurance. I'm actually doing the right thing. And they're like, oh, just because of your past situations with marijuana, and then you got your owner ops had got put out of service and all this other stuff within a certain period of time. They're like, well, we can't keep you on. So like, we're just gonna drop you from the policy. And I was like,
damn.
oh, God, damn. So I started panicking because I'm like, damn, I went to talk to dude. I told him what was going on, and he was just like, let me see if I can talk to my insurance guy. So during that time, our factoring company, they were like messing up stuff. Like, just stuff wasn't adding up with the factoring company. And it was a lot of like missing information, missing paperwork, and it was tax time. So my tax dude was just like, well, he's like, we got to figure out basically how we're going to explain, because he's like, you're going to get audited. You're going to get audited hard, because he's like, the last couple years, you went from making a 6-figure income So now you're in the 7-figure income in a year.
$2 million, people.
Yeah.
2
He was
million.
like, we're gonna have to figure out how to basically, you're gonna have to explain it. So he's like, just make sure all your numbers and all your books add up because it's coming. The audit's gonna come.
Right.
So I'm just like, well, right now I need to figure out how to get insurance because my insurance is about to cancel out. So I go to my ex best friend, and I knew he had an insurance guy that he was dealing with. So I talked to his insurance man, and it was just weird because I was talking to his insurance man, and then everything that me and his insurance man were talking about, my ex best friend he knew about. So they were basically whatever I told the insurance man, he was telling my ex best friend about just everything. So then it was like I ended up getting this insurance, and then the insurance guy didn't tell me that I had to put up a collateral. So then I was just like, what the hell?
Oh, real quick, Ghost, you don't owe $2
Put it
million
towards
no
just,
more. I'm gonna send you the
nah.
$5. So that $5. So now you only owe what, 1.999995 $1 million. So real quick, I just want to show some love real quick. We got some moderators in here and stuff. DIY, he's a good guy. He's a YouTuber as well. We have some other people in here. It's one of those things where you and I, Ghost, we show love to people, man. And when a lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying? Dirty Broke, if you guys don't have an opportunity, he has a great YouTube channel. Great YouTube channel, man. And so let me just go up real quick, and we'll do some Q&A in a little bit. And, but I'm telling you, bro, I'm eating potato chips right now while I'm listening to this story. It's like, and then when you talk about like what we talked about off camera of people befriending you, pretending to be, we're going to get into that soon, people. I mean, there's a lot of things that the feds do that you think they break through glass and jump in, and the crime boss is hiding all his millions of dollars in a bag and running, but it ain't like that, right?
Nah, it's not even like that. It ain't like that at all.
Oh man, I love it, man. I love it, man. And no disrespect to you, of course. When it comes down to it, how many people could go through a L this big and still be smiling, still be laughing, and rebuilding your trucking company the way that you should build it? So, I really appreciate you, brother. I really do, man.
Yeah, like I was telling you before we went live, it was like, I mean, I had fun doing it. I ain't gonna lie, I had fun.
Yeah.
But March was like when my insurance canceled, and it canceled for a reason because I'm not gonna lie, I was showboating and I was flexing my ass off. I think in February was when I traded my black truck in for a BMW i8, and that's what kind of opened.
What up? Is that white one? Is that white
yeah,
one?
that white one.
Oh yeah.
That damn white one. That's what opened Pandora's box.
Wait, let me look at this.
Start talking about that.
Let me open this on your YouTube because I gotta plug it real quick again, man. Let me look at this beautiful BMW that destroyed you per se.
Yeah, that damn car. That was kind of like that damn that meat coat. That was my meat coat situation, because that's what really just caught the attention of everything and everybody.
Wait, where is this? Let me see this. Where's this in this video? Is this thing? Because I know that
it's down one more.
One more? Oh, right here. Okay, so
nah, that wasn't it. It was another one. It was the one next
another one?
to it.
Oh, is it the one next to it? Let me see. All right, let me jump this up.
And hey, I learned something from YouTube too. Like when you actually go through a Fed case, they use all that against you.
Oh, for real? Damn.
I started seeing my videos on YouTube in court, and it was just like, damn, for real.
Wait up. You got a Lambo too?
Nah. That was a project that I was gonna start. But I was just like, after everything that happened, I said, I am not putting nothing else on YouTube when it comes to it. Was I traded my
Oh,
Cascadia for a supercar.
where is that? I traded my Cascadia for a supercar right here.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful man right here.
That
Look at this beautiful man right here. Let me see this. So you're in the car right now, huh?
damn car. Yeah, that damn car, I'm telling you, that damn car was a nightmare.
So you in it? You're talking about it, and at the end, do you show the outside too, or no? No,
Yeah,
you
I
just
actually
don't.
got out and showed it.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
right there.
There, right there, right there. Let me see this. Let's watch this unfold. Oh, wait, 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 wait. Let me go back a little bit.
That thing was a nightmare for real. Cause that everything about that car was just horrible.
Uh, Look at this. Wow. So you bought the car and then got the attention of the IRS, huh?
Yeah, the feds. Cause it was like I got
Wow.
that car and I was flexing hard on Facebook, and there was somebody trolling me, and they actually was like just doing weird stuff because they sent something to somebody, which I'm gonna get into who that person was, and then that person was sending it to the feds. Everything that I was doing, they were sending it straight to the feds, straight to his desk, and
Wow.
he just built. It was I was basically building a paper trail for myself. And I had posted like I think it was a snapshot of my factoring where I had made it was like I think at one point it was at 1.7 million, and then by March it was clear past 2 million. And I
Wow.
had posted all that on Facebook, and yeah, they just everything I posted, it just came back to haunt me because I ended up seeing it again. So then it was just like it was bad. Like it was real bad.
Man, so let's talk about they're building this case on you, but what happened with where the guys like befriending you and stuff? Can you tell that part? Like, okay, so when the feds are going after you, are they breaking through your window? What are they doing? How does this actually work?
Nah, they hit me at like 3 in the morning, and they just came and knocked on my door and was just like, "We basically got a search and seizure warrant." Because there's different types of warrants that they'll hit you with. You got the warrants where they'll bust down your door, come in with guns drawn, and pull you out and drag you out to jail.
Right.
Or you got the search and seizure warrants where they just come in and they want specific things, take what they need, and then they're gone. If it's assets or anything else, they'll come with tow trucks, tow your stuff off. Everything's just boom. They grab it and they go. They give you a little case number. You got to basically go down there, and that's when the bullshit starts.
Whoa. So
So
when this so when this happens and they're building a case on you, like you said, one guy on Facebook that you making posts to, he was saying it to the feds, and then you said that another guy, what was he? He befriended you on a trip or something? What was that about?
nah, it was this dude that I moved to Cali in '03, and I met this guy that basically we grew up together. So I had him helping me run my company. He was helping me do the um just the what do you call that? The back office stuff.
Right.
Um and I had told him, I'm like, he knew the situation that with dude. He knew everything that was going on with dude because he was right there with me. He was
Right.
like really like the guy that he knew everything about my life. Like he was coming over to my house with my ex. They were going out to lunch. Like he was somebody that I considered a brother that I trusted. Like, and he got
Wait up.
really,
So how do they get a guy like that to like go on the dark side? Like, how does that
he was a
happen?
snitch because he was a snitch.
Oh wow.
He basically what he did was he got mad. It was all over money. He wanted more money, and I told him, I'm like, look, give me about 3 months. Once this other brokerage is starting to basically set up, because I set up two
Right.
brokerages. I had one with dude, and then I just started, like I said before, I knew things about dude that I needed to separate myself from him. So I
Right.
started to separate myself from him, and I started setting up my own stuff because I knew what he had going on. Sooner or later, it was gonna come back to haunt everybody. So I started trying to pull away just slowly but surely. So I started moving stuff around. I started doing my own thing. I was detached from him because of all the mistakes he was making. Like he was turning my company into his company.
Whoa.
So how he got his conditional ratings, I was going to eventually end up getting mine, but on a different level because the feds were already on me because of the weed situations. So, and he didn't care. I could tell he didn't care. And it was just everything started unraveling. And the dude, let me see what we'll call him. We'll call him Jay. Jay was my
We hate Jay,
right hand
okay?
man.
All these
Jay
people
was the
right now,
dude.
there's 680. Okay, there's 681 people in here that hate him with you, okay? So,
Yeah, Jay was the dude that he was there from day one, like before I even got into trucking and everything I used to do in trucking, because that's really the real reason why everything imploded the way that it did is because of stuff that I did in the past that came back to haunt me. And he knew about it and he tied it into the trucking industry and everything that I was doing. So Jay was the one that he got mad, and I remember it to this day that my mom and him got into it because my mom had stepped in because she was just like, "What the hell is going on? Like stuff's not adding up. Stuff's getting lost. This is happening, that's happening." So she stepped in to basically jump in the back office, and she started noticing too, like, okay, um, this man, I gave him an iPad and he left his iPad unlocked. Well, he left it at my house. So when my mom got on his iPad, she seen that he had been like building a trail on me and he had been emailing it to this certain person. And my mom was like, "What's all this about?" So then we got into it over this money situation because he wanted to make the money now. I told him I need at least 3 months for this to incubate. Then we can basically profit from it. He was like, no, he wants it now. He's in this trouble. He's in that trouble. And mind you, this dude was already, he had an open door policy to my house. He had the key to my house. So he could come in anytime he
damn.
got ready. And we got into it. And then I was out of town and he took my keys and everything else and shook. So I was like, dude, like I need my keys and all this other stuff. So he ended up giving the keys back because I had to, do something basically for him to give me my keys back. So I got my keys back from him. And what else had happened? All that had happened with him. Then his iPad. He had this iPad at the house. And when he looked in the iPad, my ex-fiance had looked in it and she was just like, hey, dude's been sending emails out basically trashing your name. And here's the emails. Like he's been sending out a bunch of stuff. And it was just like, man, like they were like, we need to fix this. This ain't good. So then it was just like,
Damn.
when we seen that, it was just, I knew like from then on, okay, something's about to happen. Like something really is about to
Wow.
happen.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. And Big Man 7917 sent super chat and he says, and tell me what you feel about this right here, Ghost. He says, Frank Lucas says it best. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Do you feel like when you were flexing a lot that you were having a lot of fun, but what would you recommend to people that flex on social media and things like that because you went through this,
I mean, I wasn't really flexing that hard like I could have, but I had fun.
Hey, you were showing actually probably
mean,
half of what was going on. If you're showing $10,000, there's probably another 100,000 cash behind you, correct?
Yeah, like what really happened, how I really could have flexed, I wasn't doing that. I was just enjoying myself. I was young, no kids, got a beautiful fiance, she liked shaking her ass on camera. And I mean, we were just living our best life. And it's just, people, they were mad and it made a lot of people mad.
Haters, man.
Even
Haters,
Jay
man.
was pissed off, and he ended up talking. And he ended up talking to somebody because they hit him up because they knew, he was my right hand man. And then
Damn.
he spilled the beans on a situation that I got myself into before trucking. This is when I was in college. Like, you know, when you in college, you a starving college student. And it
Right.
was like I did certain things that I needed to make money, and I needed to make money fast and quick. So, you know, I was with my other college buddies and we did what we had to do. Oh, what's up, Vic Med?
Yeah, yeah. Vic Man said, "What's up, man?" And you know, for people that don't know, Vic Man got a great channel over there. You know, he's
Hey,
doing
yeah, Vic
trucking over there
Med.
too. He know what he's
That's one
doing,
man
bro.
that knows. Yeah, Vic Med knows. Yeah,
Hey,
Vic Med,
hey,
he knows his story. He knows his
oh,
story
he,
very
oh, you
well.
oh, you, oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah, he
you
knows
guys
his
talked a
story
little
very
bit.
well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's what's up. Wait up, real quick. You know, you got that 6 pack, right? So Simon says your problem is too many women, man. Oh man, do I got? Can you hear me, Ghost?
did it did it yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you got a phone call, but you're still there. Yeah, he says your
Yeah,
problem is too
I'm
many
still here.
women. Is that the problem?
Nah, that's not the problem. Nah. Now it might be.
Uh,
Nah, it's not even a problem now. Now I'm just living my best life.
Hey, I
So
love that. I love that. So, tell me this: when all this is going on and everyone is turning their back on you, you did say so. Basically, your best friend, we'll call him Jay, was getting jealous of your success, and they hit him up. And next thing you know, because really, the way all this really started was, it was just your driver got caught up for weed. It had nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it didn't have nothing
So,
to do with me. Even what happened
so
after that had nothing to do with me.
and that's what I'm saying. So this stuff that's really happening to you, it's not you. And so when you think about this, it's just your right hand man, and we call him Jay. Yeah, we hate Jay, but you did say your ex fiance. What's up with that, bro? I mean, do you mind getting into that a little bit? Like, is this all
Uh,
going on, or what happened? It's just it broke up.
yeah, basically just that in a nutshell. We both were young, you know. When I met her, she was going through what she was going through, and you know, I gave her a helping hand. And at the end of the day, I can't say nothing bad about her because
Good,
she
that's
did
good.
exactly what I would want any woman to do. Like I told her,
Mm,
don't ever be put in a situation where you have to depend on a man. So, you
mm,
know, the whole time we were together, you know, we had some fun. We had fun. We had, you know, the good and bad times. But at the end of the day, I can say that, you know, one thing that she did leave with the situation was she left better than she came into the situation.
mm,
Because at the end of the day, I don't really care when it comes to, you know, um, how somebody ends, as long as they end on a good note. As long as they can provide for themselves, they can stand
mm.
on their own 10 toes. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's what's
So
up. That's what's up. So
with her
let's segue this.
situation,
Oh no, so keep on going, but then after that, let's
she
segue into how you started. You're starting back again as well. So my bad, bro. Go ahead.
oh yeah, nah, with her, it was just like I told her, I didn't want anything that I was going through to
Mm,
affect her and what she had got involved in, because you know she's a police, she's a cops.
mm.
So
Oh,
it
she was
was
a
just
cop.
she's still a cop. So it was just like I didn't want nothing that I was
Oh,
going through to basically ruin what she was doing.
mm,
Cause like I didn't want nothing to fall back on her and mess up, you know, her career. Cause that's, you know, she worked hard to get where she's at today. So that's why I told myself I'd rather sacrifice myself and the relationship and everything that we got going on so she can still prosper and she can still do her and live her best life.
hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. For Ghost's ex, all I gotta say is a lot of men out there. I'm gonna be honest. Once things go south, a lot of guys talk trash about their lady after that, and you just talking all these great things about her, and just really just knowing that it just didn't work out, and you didn't want to get her sucked down into this whirlwind of a story of a movie. It's crazy, man. So you really
Yeah,
like
like
kind of
so
did you kind of like break it off with her, like knowing that you just didn't want her to ruin her career?
nah, it was more like we kind of broke it off together because it was a lot of BS between people talking, my family. It was a lot that went on. And it was just best that, you know, we just went our separate ways and figured our own lives out. Because when I met her, I told her, you know, I was going through my divorce and everything else, and I just
Mm,
needed, you know, somebody just to kick it with. And
right.
then, you know, she ended up having to move in with me because she had her own situations going on. So I carried, you know, both of us for like 3 years until she got on with the force. And then it was just like, you know, now she could stand on her own 10 toes.
Mm.
And it was just like, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm just happy that, you know, she was able to skate past all my BS and stuff that was going on, because it got pretty crazy,
Damn, dude. So
especially when
from that's
they froze my
crazy.
money up.
Dude, Widow, talk about that real quick. So, okay, when the feds come in, uh, how do they freeze your money up? Like, what happens? Like, at that point, you just got nothing, or what happens, man?
Yeah, yeah, literally it was like the situation happened where it was like this was in I was supposed to go to some event that we were having in I think it was in on the East Coast at Myrtle Beach. I was supposed to go to this event that they were having, but I couldn't go because that's when we got hit.
Mm,
I want to say it was in July. That was when they hit us the first time, but they didn't freeze up none of my stuff until the end of the year in 2019.
mm.
So first they came in because, like I said, it was when all this started. It was me, my business partner, this factoring company. He had knew the factoring company. He was doing business with them for a long time. I don't know what happened. Well, I didn't know back then what had happened, but I just remember I went to go fund my money, and then we got an email saying that all factoring and everything else was going to be going to their office that was in another state. So
Hmm.
they closed one office in one state because of a situation. We didn't understand the situation, and everything was being rerouted to their headquarters. So then it was just like, okay, well, you know, we figured maybe something was going on. We really didn't understand it. Well, later on, I found out that they were tied into whatever he had going on, and it was a bunch of BS that was going on with that, because the whole company ended up being bought out by another company because of the situation. Because
Damn.
they're no longer a factoring company anymore. Now they're a whole nother company, whole nother entity. Well, when my file got sent over to their headquarters, that's where the red flag happened.
So
That's
what
when
happened?
everything was like, okay. Basically, what do you call it? Somehow, like I said, because also my taxes. Remember when I filed my taxes, they said they were going to do everything with audit.
Right.
So when the IRS audited me, um, on paper it said that I made $2 million. Well, when they looked into it and they looked into the factoring company and everything else, come to find out we really made 4.8. So
Damn, $4.8 million.
yeah, they wanted to know where the rest of that money went. Like I said, I couldn't explain it because I didn't know nothing about that part. That
Right.
had nothing to do with me. That was with dude and what they had going on. So that was when Pandora's box opened up. So it was
Damn.
like right after that. Plus, like I said, Jay had been talking to who he was talking to. He told these people that I was running drugs through my company, that I basically had this whole this whole drug smuggling trafficking operation going on with my company. They looked into my company, seen that I had not only one marijuana charge but two, and they said, we're gonna
Gotcha.
look more into this. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna look deeper into this. Then they
Yeah.
looked at a company that I had a long time ago when I was in college, that basically I'm not even gonna lie, I did a lot of scamming shit back then because I
Yeah.
was
You
in
were a different
college and I
person
was
back then,
hungry.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Different
I
person back
I had to get it. I had There's a reason why I got a master's and a bachelor's. You know, I needed to get through school, so I had to
then.
do what I had to do. He basically told him about that company. They linked that company to me. That company also had a situation where it had its own case that had been closed and everything else. So that's when they were just like, yeah, we're gonna make our move. So then they started looking at everything I was posting on my YouTube channel. and all this other stuff. Facebook, Instagram, just all that. So, like I said, one morning I woke up, I got a knock on the door, bunch of agents. They gave me the paper, told me that boom, this is what it was. They took a car because that situation with the car, the way the dude got the car basically opened up a door because the feds were already watching that guy that got my
Right,
black
right, right,
truck.
right.
So they just tied me into whatever he had going on. So it was
Damn.
just, they were watching him. They were watching me for this situation with Jay and everything else with this weed. And then the situation with the factoring company and dude, just everything just started tying itself together into one big ass web. So, you know, when they came down on me, they took the car because of the situation, how I got it. Um, they end up freezing my account. This was like right before Thanksgiving. I think it was before Thanksgiving. I had an account that had like one account had 80 grand in it. The other account had 275, and then another account had like 30,000.
Dang.
So they froze
So,
up.
quick question. At that point, is it like, is it the IRS that's auditing and then they work with the feds? Is it like everybody, the whole government is working on this and putting together like a package against you at this point?
Yeah, it was basically the IRS, the DEA, and then it was some other organization. I forgot the name of that organization. It was some other, no, it was damn, I forgot. It was something with FMCsa. So it was FMCsa, it was the DEA, and then it was the IRS because they have their own police department. And then it was like local police for where I lived at. So everybody came together and basically had a party with my name on it. And then they had a party with him too. So it
Damn,
was
that's crazy.
everything tied together. They told me the best thing for me to do is to hire a forensic accountant to come in
Mhm.
and comb through all my businesses because, like I said before, Jay had dropped the bag on what I did a long time ago. But you know, when I had criminal charges pending against me for money laundering, it was money laundering, extortion, and it was one other charge, embezzlement. So it was a
Dang.
lot. But that was the thing. I wasn't the main suspect. I was just a part
Bro,
of
for
it.
everyone watching right now, it has to be 666, 666, 666 people watching this right now. Ghost from StillHawginTV. Subscribe to his channel. Believe me when I say he's willing to tell his story, but let's be honest, he would not be sitting here right now if he wasn't running his business right. You know,
Yeah.
Ghost, you're a good dude. And even if I didn't say you were a good dude, the feds, the IRS would not let you sit right here and let us talk to you right now if
Nah,
you
they
had
really
anything to do
wouldn't.
with this.
Because
It was really just your partner at the end of the day. You were just stuck by
yeah, it was
association.
partnering. Yeah, I was guilty by association. I never really set anything up. It's just, I was just guilty by association. And it
Damn.
just happened to be my company that did it. So basically, I went through hell and back. I had to hire an attorney specifically for this type of case. I had to hire a forensic accountant to go in and comb through everything and make sure that all my numbers added up, which they did. Everything added up. And then when it came to the criminal side, I skated past it because I had nothing to do with it. When it
Yeah, that's
came
not
to
you.
the situation that happened years ago, well, there's a statute of limitation that, I passed that, so they couldn't do nothing about me about it anyway. Plus, the case had already been dismissed because it wasn't dismissed, they convicted who they needed to convict. And then, with double jeopardy, they can't convict me for something I did when I've
Yeah,
already was found not guilty for it.
right.
So that situation came into play. But when it came to the civil side, that's where I lost
Mm.
because, like my attorney was telling me, when it comes to the IRS, he's like, it'll be a snowball chance in hell that anybody skates past the civil case with them because they want their money. and they're gonna
Right.
figure out penalties or something that you did to basically not give you your money back.
Well, so what did they get
So
you on?
they got me for just a bunch of penalties, and when I was married, I did not file joint.
Damn, that's what they got you on. So these guys are
Yeah,
all like mob bosses and doing all this crazy stuff and floating money around, embezzling money, and you over here just getting in trouble because you didn't check the joint box.
yeah, I didn't check the joint box, and I didn't. Now they took my car. They took a couple cars. They took a couple cars because it was like I had a tax bill. I got hit with this nasty bill, and what else did they get me for? It was a bunch of penalties, and then it was penalties because since I didn't do this and it was so long ago, it just stacked on and added up. And then the
Dang,
amount of money that I made, it just it's a certain percentage, and it sucked. So after all was
dang,
said and done, I was left with 20 grand.
20 grand. So from 2
Yeah,
million, 20 grand is what you got left.
yeah, 20 grand. Well, to have
Dang,
like, I can't really say 2 million because that's gross. So you got to take
yeah,
out all the deductions and everything else. But out of I would say 400K that I had in liquid cash, I got 20 grand of it.
dude. So I
So
don't even want you to feel this, but okay, the IRS, the police, everybody jumps in. They take all your things. Boom, you had 400,000 in the bank. You're feeling good. You're feeling great. Partying, strip clubs, cruises, money. You're having a great time, and now you're left with $20,000. At that moment, I mean, what does that feeling
and I
feel like,
didn't get
man?
it until March of 2020. Or
Oh, so
no,
you thought you had
May of
nothing.
2020.
So you thought you had nothing. So
Hmm.
I mean, can you even speak on that right now? Like, how does one feel when you go? I've never
I
gone through
felt
something
like
like this.
shit. Like I basically started this year with zero.
Okay,
Like
and
only thing I
wow,
had saved was money that I saved at my house for myself in my little
whoa,
stash. And that
dang,
I had to float. And then not only that, I ended up having to move my company from California. Like I had to completely shut all businesses down in California and relocate.
dang. So let's segue to this real quick. Before we let you go, because this story is we're. You know what? I'm gonna reach out. If anyone out here knows any movie producers or anything like this, reach out. Let's get Ghost back his money bag, and this story needs to be on a movie. But
And
um,
like,
so you got nothing. So let's talk
yeah, I literally have to
2020.
start over.
How the
2020
hell?
hit. Only thing
Yep.
I had was like my biggest thing was I paid cash for my trucks and stuff. So
Oh, okay. So they didn't take
that's
those.
now they didn't take my trucks. The truck that they were gonna take, I ended up flipping it for that car. So they took the car. So they would have took that truck because the way that I got that truck, yeah, it was yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
No, I
I'm
feel
gonna do
you.
a whole series about all the stuff that I
Yeah. Yeah.
did.
Yeah. No, I feel you. For the so real quick, um, for the people that are what the 700 people, the 686, 700 people that are on here live right now that are here for Ghost Still Hogging TV. He has 20,000, 21,000, 22,000 on his YouTube channel. He's taking some L's, and we're learning about it first
Nasty
exclusively
L's.
on the Asian Mai Show. And here's a link to his channel right here. You know, um, Let me put this down real quick so people can subscribe to you, because you're going to really go into this on your channel and let people
Yeah, I'm
know
gonna go more in
how
depth.
you built from zero back up and how you're doing now. So before we let you go, how many trucks do you have right now building back from zero?
Right now I have four. I only have one running because one of my trucks, the engine blew. And then one of them got hit at my yard, and then I have one that's just sitting. And then I have
That's a
one
movie in
that
itself, bro.
I got one that basically is parked out here. So the thing is, it was like my case didn't, everything didn't finalize until March, right when COVID hit. So
Right.
it was just like from January, well, from actually from December, because December is when they froze everything. They finally just froze everything. So I literally spent my Christmas broke. I spent January broke. I
Damn.
spent February broke, and that's when I shut my company down January 1st because I was just like, it was so much going on that I'm like, I just need to shut my company down and just figure out all this stuff for what it really is. And it was like I didn't know who I could trust because everybody just seemed like was flipping on me.
Snakes. Yeah, yeah, snakes, man. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
like I was just, it was so much that went on, and then it was like, dude, that whole situation went south. His company ended up going under. He had drivers that he didn't pay. I had customers that
I think Ghost got another number, you know. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Don't worry, people. This Jay isn't the Jay that screwed over Ghost. Okay, so we're okay
ah
here.
damn, hold
Uh,
on.
no, you good. You good. I can hear you. But yeah. So this Jay is a good Jay. Okay. Right here, Vic Mad says it. Ghost, you need some money? Let me know, bro. Look at that, man. Vic Mad, great guy. Ghost will be back in just in 1 second. uh you know Thank you to the hundreds of people that are in this live. I really appreciate you guys. Please subscribe to Ghost StillHawginTV. Amazing person. He's
My
doing
bad.
beautiful things. No, you're good, bro.
Yeah, I got
Trucking
another
with Mr.
phone call.
Coach, good dude right there, has a YouTube channel. Vic Med, someone was being funny. They said a guy jumped in and his name was Jay the trucker, and they were like, "Uh-oh, Jay's in the house." But it's a different Jay, so it's not that Jay.
Yeah, nah, it's
You
not
know,
that Jay.
yeah,
But Jay's the reason. Jay was a part of the reason why everything went under. Because at first I was blaming certain people on Facebook because I
yeah,
thought, I didn't know who I could trust.
right.
And then it was just like it all came out when I went to court and they started showing me, clips of me on trips and doing all this stuff and having fun and making money. And like I told him, I mean, I didn't know it was illegal to have fun at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, and that's the thing. So it's all craziness, man. I really appreciate you for sharing your story, and if you guys want to jump on to Ghost's channel right here, I have it right here. Is Still Hogging TV, over 21,000 subscribers, and so. Before I let you go, is there anything that you would like to leave people with? Because now you're starting back. Your accounts aren't frozen anymore. You got your trucks. You got 4 trucks. One blew up. One got hit. A lightning hit the other. All these things going on. Anything you would like to leave people with, man? I'll let you take the floor on this for the 600 people or whatnot that are watching live, and for the people that are going to be eating potato chips watching this on the replay, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, best advice I can give anybody if you're trying to get into this industry is just do the right thing. Don't do hood rat shit like I did. Be careful who you go into business with. Really sit back and get to know them as a person and watch how they move, because that's what happened with me. I went into it with thinking that, this dude, he had a bunch of trucks and he's living a high life. And, it was just like, damn, like that's the lifestyle that I like living, and I was just blinded by basically the fun, and I didn't see all the bull crap that he was doing on the flip side of it, and the flip side of everything he had going on. Like when it comes to the feds and all that, I'm gonna drop a series going more into detail about just everything that happened with that. Which I'm gonna start this kind of like a vlog about how I rebuilt everything, and it's just going forward. Like I told myself, I just got to do everything the right way, which I know how to do it the right way. It's just, when you're young and you just getting into this business, that's, I always like fast money, and I figure, it's a good way to make fast money, but not all fast money is good money. And not everybody want you. You don't want the situation like me where you got people watching you and you sitting up there having a drink with somebody and that person's the feds and you don't even know it until you basically on trial fighting for your freedom. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this: like no amount of money is worth your freedom. Um, it really isn't. So that's why now I'm in a completely different environment. I had to completely move and relocate, and that's what I had to do. And I mean, I love it. It's been a good time for me to just take a lot of time for myself and focus on myself and rebuild everything from the ground up. And that's why I'm gonna start this little series to show y'all how I did it, everything I went through, the ups, the downs, and basically starting a new life somewhere completely different that I've never been before. Because that's what I literally did. And so far so good. I mean, I've always been good with money and always been good with flipping stuff and just holding on to things. So that's where we're at now, just this rebuilding process and still having fun and living my best life in the process.
Oh, I appreciate you so much, man. You know, and thank you so much for being on the show, brother.
Oh yeah. You have any questions for me? Or
Man, we're about to go into Q&A real quick. We can answer a couple because we got like 600 people in here. We can't answer everybody's question. If you guys
yeah, that's crazy.
If you guys want to jump on and learn about some of the scenarios that are going on with ghosts, definitely subscribe to him, people. Subscribe to him. StillHawginTV. You can see the links on mine.
One thing that I can say is a lot of the content that I put up, it actually covered my ass when it came to the feds trying to snatch my stuff, like especially with my trucks. Cause it's like my trucking company doesn't own my trucks. And that's something that, really saved me because they were gunning for all my assets, but they couldn't touch them because I didn't own them. I was just leasing them.
Damn, that's crazy, man. That's some great stuff. So right now for the next couple minutes, if anyone has any questions for Ghost, Ghost not an easy guy to reach, man. So, you guys have the chance right now to talk to my man while he's not busy.
I had to go off the grid for a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that, man. So, a lot of people appreciate this, man. A lot of people say that they're gonna jump on and they gotta watch this from the beginning, and a lot of people appreciate you, man.
And for me, it's like, everybody would be like, oh, he failed and all this and all that. But at the end of the day, this was a lesson learned. And if I can tell this story to help somebody else to keep them from going through what I went through, because if you got a family or anything else like that and you go through something like this, I mean, it's hard to bounce back, especially when you have like kids involved and everything else. So for me, it's just like, people can talk whatever they want to talk about it, but at the end of the day, it was a lesson I learned. And if I can keep somebody else from doing it, why not share it?
Hey, that's beautiful, man. I appreciate that. People are already asking, mentoring, can they hit you up for mentorship? I know you're a little bit busy. Yeah.
I've thought about it because a lot of people have been asking me about mentorships, and I'm just like, yeah, my little boo thing that I got, she was telling me that I need to do a mentorship because she's kind of like, been seeing everything that I've been having to go through to rebuild, and she's like, you really should mentor, and I'm just like,
no, I hear you, man. So he's not ready. He's not there yet. He's thinking about it, guys. He's thinking about it. What happened with the Lambo project? People want to know.
The Lambo project, I'm gonna still run with it, but like I said, after my situation with the feds, I gotta make sure everything is set up on a straight and narrow before I decide to start talking Lambo projects and everything else.
I can tell you've grown from this, brother. So is it easier? Is it easier to be a freight broker or owner operator? What are your thoughts?
I think it's a little bit of both. It depends on if you have, I guess, the gift of the gab, then it's easy. Because with being a freight broker, it's hard when you don't have assets and everything else, and you just starting from scratch. But when you can call a shipper and be like, "Hey, what's your capacity for the week?" and they tell you, "Oh, we got um 5 loads going out this week, and you're like, well, I can drop 3 trailers there, and we can hook up a power, like a power only type of thing where we have drop trailers, you load them up, my truck send them out, because that's what really how we were able to make so much money, is because we were able to have trucks and trailers on site right then and there.
Wow.
Because we
Okay.
had the
We might have to
capacity.
do a little series. I might have to invite you back on if you have a chance where we could talk about how to get direct customers, because everyone's using spot market. And from your experience, man, you got crazy lanes, man. UPS, FedEx, all these crazy things, right? And Amazon and all these things.
Yeah.
And maybe we could invite you back on where you could talk about how you got like all these dedicated runs and how other people could get some themselves.
Yeah, it's real easy to get. It's just like I said, when you have drivers that smoke weed and do stupid stuff,
Yeah.
it's as easy as it is to get it, or as hard as it is to get it, it's easy to lose it.
Right.
Like I
You
said,
know.
I got the FedEx and lost it in off of one load, one situation.
Wow, that's crazy, And people are asking who owns the trucks. Well, in the old scenario, you were partnering up with the partner that had 80 trucks, right?
Yeah, it was like he had 80, and then I had my 2, and he leased them on to my company.
Oh, is this one right here? That's the question. Yeah, who owns the truck? Another company. So that's that.
Oh, my trucks.
Yeah.
Basically, my own trucks is I have a holding company. My holding company owns my trucks, and then they lease them to my trucking company. And the
Ooh, we
reason why I
got
do that is so that nobody, if I get sued, if my trucking company gets sued, they can't take my trucks because the trucking company doesn't own it. The holding company does. So it's
we need you
technically I
back,
still
bro.
own them.
Gems, bro. Gems, bro. This is
I
I
still
worked for
own them, but I
Walgreens.
don't.
Hey, yo, real
Yeah.
talk. I worked at Walgreens, and what they do is they buy the building and then they rent it back to themselves under a different name. So when they get sued for something, you're just suing the landlord, and they
Yeah,
are the
exactly.
landlord. So that's
Yeah.
legit, man. Shape World has some. Oh my God, Ghost the King. Shape World, beautiful person. Shape World 15 has a YouTube channel as well. Hey, we're doing shout outs today too, man. We're doing shout outs today too. So at the end of the day, let's see. Yeah, people are saying, bro, you need some videos on that. So I'm sorry, man. The crowds have spoken, man. You've been a little slacking on your stuff. Now I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
You
I really
have to
have,
slack.
bro. It's just I've been like trying to figure out how to move and just how to operate now, because it's like I never know who's watching me or what's going on. So I want to make sure, when I get out there, I'm walking on a straight and narrow.
No, I hear it. And so here's a big question, because you have trust issues now. Will you ever show everything on social media again, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna show people me having fun, but like if you look on my Instagram, you wouldn't be able to tell I was a truck driver. I'll tell you
Right.
that. But I'll show people on social media, probably me having fun whenever COVID lifts.
Yeah, I
But
heard that.
as far as my trucks and stuff like that, I'm good.
I feel you. I feel you. At the end of the day, man, I don't want to give up too many gems because if you give them all up, man, we're gonna be here for the next 2021. That's how much information my guy has, man. This was such a great interview. Thanks just for allowing us to take a journey into your situation and your story. So I really appreciate you for being on the show, brother.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
This definitely has been a wild ride, but like I said, it's hood rat shit. Keep it away from trucking and this business period.
I love it. I love it. Kamenos Vlogs, another YouTube channel, says talk about the holding company. So there's a lot of things that they want you to talk about on your channel. So I'm gonna force you.
About it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I talked the video. Yeah, I actually dropped the video talking about it.
No, I hear you,
dealing
bro.
with the holding company and the pros and cons about having one. If you have a lot of assets, I mean, it works. But if you're like a one truck operation, I mean, you can do it, but it's kind of like for us, well, for me, it was like I had a lot hanging on the
Yeah.
line, and it was like I was renting trailers out. I was doing a lot, and it's like when it came to all the trailers that I had got, I started having to get rid of stuff and just it was crazy.
Yeah, dang, dude, that's crazy. Oh, and Camino's vlogs, it's their birthday, so I can't sing, but happy birthday
Is
to. I could strip, but I ain't ready. I don't got the six pack yet.
that
You know what I'm
the trucking coach?
saying? No, trucking with Mr. Coach, another YouTube channel as well.
Oh,
You know what it is, and no disrespect to YouTubers, but they see this thumbnail and they're like, we got to know what happened to Ghosts. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody was just like, but
everybody,
nah, that's a
wanted to know, and so it's craziness, man, and
yeah it was a lot of controversy about me and this $2 million thing, and it's like it really happened. It's just there were so many different rumors about how it happened, but this is the gist of it. People think I did it with 2 trucks and all this other stuff, and nah, I had way more than 2 trucks, like
yeah,
way more.
you got on with the partner, man. That was a snake. That's at the end of the day,
Yeah,
that's what it was, man. And man, I appreciate you, bro. We've been on here
yeah, I
for almost
appreciate
2 hours, bro.
I
You
know
know?
it's been a long life.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah,
people hung
yeah.
in for 2 hours.
Hey, we got up to like honestly, we got up to about 700 people that jumped on this live. We're at
Wow.
522 that are on here constantly. So, I'm sure over maybe 2-3,000 people got a chance to listen to your story. They might look at this thumbnail and say, you know what? It makes sense. Look at this dude. Yeah, he lied. He got 2 trucks. Look at this dude. We know it. And they click on the
Hmm.
video. And for the people that were hating on you, Ghosts, I think they have a better understanding of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah,
this was important that you did this video.
yeah. This is the first time I'm actually talking about it because I've been silent for a long time.
For real, man. But hey, I appreciate how brave you are, man. Because I'll be honest, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I took a L like this, if I could get on camera and do it, bro. Like I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I took a nasty L, but it was a lesson learned out of it. Because I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's why everybody your ex left you and this and that." And at the end of the day, it's not even about all that. Like, I mean, women come and go.
Yeah.
So
No, I feel you, man. Well, no, thank you so much for being on the show, man. And I'm gonna have you back whenever anytime you'd like to be on the show. I'd love to have you back, and we don't have to share this
yeah, just
story,
hit me
but
up.
yeah, man. Teach people. Let's teach some people, man. And hopefully
Yeah, that's
get
what
them
it's all
in.
about.
Cause I'm excited, bro. You had 400K. They took all your money away, and you still back with 4 trucks. You feel me? Like they can't keep
Yeah,
my man
so
down, bro. Like I'm so proud of you. Like your mental fortitude is crazy. I think if I did that and lost it, I don't know if I could bounce back as quick as you do. But it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
I haven't fully
inspirational,
bounced
man.
back yet, but because COVID really, oh man, this
Yeah,
damn virus, it took a hit to everything I was trying to do. So hopefully
yeah.
by 2021, everything will be back to being copacetic and I can travel. I'm tired of being in the house.
I heard that, bro. I heard that, man. Yeah, man. We just hang out, drink, and talk trucking, man. This is the
Heck
most fun
yeah.
I've had just talking BSing, bro, just about things. You know what I mean? But overall, bro, like, uh, anything you want to leave people with before we say bye to this live?
I mean, like I said before, at the end of the day, if you're gonna get into this business, it's like get into it and do it with people that can show you the right way.
Mm,
Don't get don't get lost in the sauce of, just because you see, like for me, example, taking vacations and just living life,
mm,
don't get caught on that, oh, when I jump in the truck and it's gonna be the same way and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna be just like this. Nah, really get into it and understand it. Understand the dark side of this business because the money will consume you and you'll get to a point where it's like you forget who you are as a person, and
damn.
then it'll ultimately be your downfall. And that's exactly what happened with me. I got into this to help people, And it was like the money, you just start making that type of money and it does something to you. And then, you know, God will strike you down and pull it all away and make you start over.
Man, so, you know, what are your thoughts at the end of this? If someone's feeling very down and they're losing their business and they don't have the courage, they're not feeling it to, you know, do it again, to live again. I mean, what can you say to those people?
It's always good to start over. And it's like you got to look at it like this. If you got bills that are past due, they're just bills. You know, you got to understand that at the end of the day, if you're behind on bills, sooner or later, you'll be able to catch them up. You just got to keep on going and not give up, because the moment you give up, then that's it. But you got to remember, just a bill. Yeah, it'll hurt your credit, but 6 months down the line of just keep on going and not giving up, it'll rebuild it. So it's like whatever you lost material wise, you can gain it right back. You lose a woman, there's plenty of women in the sea that you can get back. So it's just everything is basically replaceable except life. So you got to enjoy it and you got to take the good with the bad.
Damn, that's what's up, man. I think we could end it on that, brother. You know, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. What a great live, man. What a great live,
it was a real
bro.
good live.
You know, I mean, we just bullshitting and talking, bro. But yeah, no, I appreciate you, you know, and the last plug for you for the day, man. And you see me working, bro. I'm trying to make sure everybody know StillHawginTV for the 500 people or whatnot that are still hanging on for the last 2 hours. You know, jump on, hit the link. My guy's real. He's here today. And if you would like to see more videos and more exclusive stuff like this, jump on my show. We'll have some real talk. So thanks, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, peace.
All right.
Yes, sir. Man, what a great guy, man. At the end of the day, what an amazing guy. I mean, really, to be down this much and have all these things happen, and just know that, you know, sometimes it doesn't have to be your fault. It could be your partners that are snaking you. It could be your best friends that are jealous and snaking you, and you lose it all material wise, money wise, but even your lady, and my man keeps on going. What a story, guys. What a story, you know. Well, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the support. It means so much to me. I've always wanted to be able to have something like this and, you know, even have an audience this size. I really appreciate you guys at the end of the day. So thank you. And you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll have StillHawginTV on at another time and teach us some more. Peace out, guys.
What's up, mother truckers? You are now watching the Asian Mai Show.